If you want to make instant dreadlocks or maintain frizzy dreadlocks, make sure to pick yourself up a crochet hook from Greatlocs.com. Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to an episode of Greatlocs. I'm Gunther the Great, and today we're going to be taking a look at an update on NBA Youngboy's new set of dreadlocks. They are freeform, so it's going to be pretty interesting looking at them. His last set of dreadlocks were freeform as well, but there are certain things that he does to kind of maintain his hair to get it to look the way that he does. So we'll be looking at that in today's video. But before we get into it, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and let's get straight into it. So all of you guys remember when NBA Youngboy actually cut off his first set of dreadlocks, and I remember getting so many DMs about him actually cutting his dreadlocks. And after looking at his first set of dreadlocks and looking at his dreadlocks now, I won't be surprised that he keeps on repeating this process. I don't feel that NBA Youngboy is the type of person to, bleach and dye his dreadlocks different colors like we see with Lil Pump, Lil Uzi Vert, Young Thug, all these other people that actually dye and do so much to their hair. I don't think NBA Youngboy will have that style of dreadlocks. I feel like he'll just go with the freeform look and then either cut it or go with a maintained look and then just restart the process. This photo, we're able to actually tell his hair texture. He does have a very tight and thick hair pattern, so we can definitely label his hair as a 4C. So with this hair type being a 4C, his hair is almost as if it's like Play-Doh when it comes to locking up the hair. That's the best way that I like to describe 4C hair type, especially when my son asks me how people can have a lot of dreadlocks or very skinny dreadlocks, and it's because they have a 4C hair type. With the 4C hair type, your hair is typically thick and the curls are very tight. So obviously everybody's hair naturally wants to lock up on its own, but with the 4C hair type, it locks up even quicker. And right here you can already see that there's a lot of texture going on. It looks like he's starting out freeform dreadlocks, and this look could have been accomplished with a dreadlock sponge, or his hair just naturally developed this texture on the top of his head. It could honestly be either way because of his hair type. But if you do want to get this look, say you have a 4B or maybe anything between a 4B and a 3B hair type, then go ahead and use a sponge and get your hair to look like this to imitate that look. So we start to see his dreadlocks develop, and they are very freeform. There's some on the front that look a little bit maintained, and with looking at some of the photos with his hair in between this stage and the previous stage, we obviously seen that there were times to where he was just doing twist locks, which essentially with the 4C hair type, you can twist the hair and it will temporarily lock up. It's not a complete dreadlock, it's just called a twist lock, to where you twist it up and it holds its position. That's why I like to say it's comparable to Play-Doh, to where if you move it into a certain position, it'll stay there because of how thick and how textured the hair type is. And just to make things a little bit more clear to you, his hair length at this point right here, I would say about 6 inches. It doesn't seem like his hair is that long, but with his hair texture, if you were to pull it all the way out, it would be about 6 inches. Could even possibly be longer, but that's just how tight his curl pattern is, and that's how easy it is for this hair type to lock up because it's so compact. Now, more than anything, he's doing completely freeform. If he's doing any maintenance, it's very minimum because you could see that his hair is just taking a form of its own, and that's why they call it freeform, because it's freely forming. So if you want to go this route, say you have the 4C hair type just like him, which is very thick and very tight curls, then all you do is just wash your hair and repeat that process. You don't do any combing, no sectioning, no twisting, no nothing really. All you're doing is allowing it to lock up on its own, because it's inevitable for anybody's hair, no matter what the hair type is, for it to actually lock up. That's why people keep their hair by combing it, picking it out, and doing all these other methods so that their hair doesn't lock up. If you do nothing to your hair, it will eventually lock up. No matter how long it takes, it will eventually lock up. It's inevitable. One thing that you will notice is that the dreadlocks on the top of his head are a little bit more sectioned out than the ones on the sides and the back. And the reason being is because obviously when you're laying down, you're typically laying on the back of your head or on the sides of your head. And from personal experience, and I'm sure you guys know this as well, the hair on the back and on the sides of your head is thicker because that's the hair that lasts forever on men. That's just how it goes. And over time, hair on top of the head usually thins out, whether it thins out a lot or if it hardly even thins out to where you can even tell. The hair on top of your head is typically thinner. So with that being said, it's not going to be so compact with so many dreadlocks. So with that being said, that's why you see so many sections up at the top, because the hair is not as thick or compact at the top. When the hair is free forming together, it will create less sections than on the back and on the sides, because on the back and the sides, it's creating more sections, which is creating more clumping, which eventually creates more congos or wicks, which wicks are essentially just thicker dreadlocks. I feel like this one's really cool because we really get to see what's going on with his dreadlocks. He has so many dreadlocks on his head, and that's one really cool thing to appreciate about the 4C hair type, is you can really have a bunch of dreadlocks. because there's easily over 200 dreadlocks on top of his head. And it's really cool to see this hair type with freeform dreadlocks, just because everybody's are different and they look really good. So guys, let me know down below what you think about NBA Youngboy's dreadlocks. Also comment down below who you'd like to see next. Stay tuned for the video that's dropping next week. It's a highly recommended video. It's also another person who has freeform dreadlocks, so comment down below who you think it is. You guys, other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.